What it do, snackers, snackettes, and snack X's? It's your boy Gage. I'm here with the entire Loading Snacks Movie Club admin crew, minus one. Frosty, say hi.
Hello.
Coop, say what up.
What's up?
Jokes, say hey.
Yo.
Sin.
What's happening, family?
Just wanted to see how many people were going to actually say whatever version of hi I said to say.
You're not going to tell me what to do?
I mean, I can tell you.
You can, do it, but I'm not listening.
Yeah. I mean, absolutely. You can't keep me from telling you what to do. It's like I can't keep you from not doing it. How that works. You are now tuned into the Loading Snacks Movie Club discussion for the movie Ready Player One. This film was chosen by Jokes. And so before we start digging in, what I want to know from Jokes, and this is not really a thing we've done before, I want to know why you chose this film.
So originally this wasn't my first pick, but unfortunately my original pick got yeeted off of like every streaming service. But then this
first pick was trash anyway.
But then this popped up when I was randomly looking for the others, and he was like, you know what? I haven't even seen this myself. And I was like, you know what? This one's a good pick, I think. So I was like, Ready Player One.
Wait. Did you say you'd never seen it?
No, I had never seen it.
Guess
All
what?
right.
Me.
Really?
Yeah. On the book, started the book. I got the book in like I used to have one of those monthly recurring, like here's a bunch of pop culture shenanigans for you to have, t-shirts and all that kind of stuff. So it came in one of those. It was a loot crate. So I got the book in that and was already, I mean, like I was hip to it. I knew what it was. I knew how popular it was. I knew about it and what the synopsis for it was. And I got the book and I tried, but I cannot stress enough how important it is for books to have pictures. For me to care, bro. Like it just,
I get it.
And I don't, it's not about the book. It's not about the author. It's not about it's just like it's just the way my brain works. I need something to kind of break it up. And if you just slap a bunch of letters on a page, that's what it looks like to me. It just I can do it, but
rather not.
Yeah.
If you have the choice.
I used to really enjoy reading like novels and stuff. I have a ton of them. I just don't have time anymore. But now that my commute is as long as it is, I've just been listening to them and it's so much better.
And that's what I did. I listened to the audiobook, which was a lot of hours, voiced by Will Wheaton. You know what I mean? It's cool, but so I listened to the audiobook. We can not discuss how that went anyway. I can tell you that it's not like listening to, like I listen to a lot of like comic podcasts and stuff like that where they're doing, they have like these kind of like Batman miniseries and this Wolverine like miniseries, and those are like, they're like plays, they're like radio plays, like old school kind of, and they're like very good sound effects and all that kind of stuff. And like, I don't really care how well you read, bro. Like if you just, I don't go to the library to listen to somebody read to me, and so that don't really work for me either. All right, so we know why you picked it, Jokes. It was by default. It just kind of happened. I'm assuming that you and me, that wasn't right. You and me are the only ones who had not already seen this.
Seems like
of the 5 of us here. Is that correct? Frosty, I know you said you were very excited about this. I know you had seen it. Coop, you seen this before?
Yes.
Sin.
Yes, I've seen it before.
Okay.
I've watched it twice in the last month, so I didn't actually watch it for this. I watched it before it was even picked for me.
Oh,
Got it.
turned out
That was
well.
easy.
Yeah.
Who saw it in the theater?
Me.
Okay. 2 of you saw it in the theater. Okay. This was definitely one of those ones where people were like, yo, of all the people who need to see this, you need to go to the theater and see this. Like, people were saying that to me, and I was like, well, I did a Frosty. You can't make me. I just never went. When it comes home. All right. So I think we're going to do a quick synopsis. I'm going to read over the synopsis really quick for anybody who is unfamiliar. Senator, you have eyes on the chat, just making sure just in case.
I'll try. I might have to go to the website, Facebook, and do it.
You're good right now. Marcus is in the chat. Just
Okay.
the normal. I got you.
Hey.
Normal.
I did pop that up once already. What up, Marcus?
What's up?
Them hashtags. So when the creator of a virtual reality called the Oasis dies, he makes a posthumous challenge to all Oasis users to find his Easter egg, which will give the finder his fortune and control of his world. That's a very simplified version of what this movie really is.
Yeah.
Set in the year 2045, and we as human beings have more or less ravaged the earth. Man, if you listen to the book, there's a lot of detail they don't go into in terms of like what actually happened to the world, like what is going on. Like you don't get any of it. Like they breeze through like where you are and what's going on in the beginning of this movie so fast. And it never really kind of touches on that. And then a part of me feels like it's not really important, to be honest. Once you kind of watch the movie, you don't really need that. Frosty, who is your favorite character in this movie? Yeah.
I love H, but I think Artemis is probably going to be my fave. Yeah.
Cool.
Can relate.
Okay. I dig that. We'll maybe dig into that a little bit more momentarily. Cool. Who's your favorite character?
I'm gonna go with H.
Okay. Is there a reason why?
Yeah. Just because like H had like a whole, like somewhat of a business in the I'm sorry, in the Oasis. You know, he was fixing cars. He had his shop. He had the Iron Giant. You know, it's feel like he had his things. You know how you got your stuff set in GTA, like it's set. You
mean like how our stuff is set?
Felt like
how our stuff. Yeah, got it. Sin.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite character?
Not really, but if I'm gonna pick one, it's gonna be Artemis because she had the Akira bike. That's just
given.
That's just for the win.
I dig it.
Favorite character. We going on.
No, I'm on the same page with Artemis. Just from like her not necessarily telling her full story, But as our main character was like, starting to fall in love, and you don't know me, just her kind of trying to tell, hey, listen, you need to protect yourself. She's still trying to keep a wall there, but we kind of saw how her character opened up, obviously, as the movie goes along for it. And then she's just badass at the same time too. So that
my favorite character in this movie is the curator.
I was
Marcus Houston agrees.
Bro, the
I
curator.
can't pop up the chat, but
that's you shouldn't have to. It's Joke's job. It is. Curator is my favorite character in this movie. It just seems so perfect. It's just so well done. I mean, look, I could nitpick. There's some things about some of that just don't quite make sense to me, but whatever. But it just feels we're gonna talk about nostalgia and like where it kind of pulls from for this movie, because that's really what this movie is. We're gonna go around the horn and get some pre-discussion scores in a moment. But I want to preface my score by saying that you're going to hear me say some things about this movie that I feel like some of you are not going to be happy about. But that's some job. It is kind of normal, isn't it, Joe? Yeah, so the curator, for me, if you ever watched the OG Richie Rich cartoons, Slim just reminded me of Richie Rich's butler. He just did. He was like, I don't know, it just felt right, and I liked him, and he had just the right amount of like snarkiness. It wasn't overdone. They didn't give him too much. It was just right. And let's keep it a buck. Technically, Slim sort of saved the day in the long run.
Oh, yeah.
Very much so. Very much so.
Clutch.
Cool. What is your pre-discussion score for Ready Player One? 0 out of 10, because I'm allowing zeros tonight.
Damn.
Right.
All right. Honestly, I'm gonna say a 6. 6.
Interesting. Do you care to expound on that?
Oh, definitely.
Not DeLorean.
The first. Yeah, don't wait. Yeah, there's no DeLorean slander. That's the one thing. But the first 2 times I saw this movie, it was just straight nostalgia, Like you're seeing all this stuff and it's just like epic, But then like the third time I'm watching this movie, I'm thinking like, what is this really? What is this story? What's really happening right now? Like, is it really the nostalgia that really got me? Because I was excited to see this movie when it was brought up. I thought it was going to be a 10. I watched it and I'm thinking like, okay.
The first time you saw it, when the nostalgia was overflowing, was it a 10?
In theaters. Definitely. It was no question.
Okay.
That's interesting. And you know my car was in it. So it was like, it's over. You had me on the first race scene. That was it.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel you. Sin, what's your score?
I'm at about like an 8.5, I would say now.
Okay. I don't feel like that needs any additional discussion. I think that, will probably line you up where most people would be.
Probably.
Jokes.
I'm at an 8.
You're at an 8. That's interesting. I feel like it's not often that your score is lower than Sin's. We won't dig into that right now. Frosty?
10.
Say 10. God, I knew it.
I have watched this movie countless times, and it has never once like lost its impressiveness to me. So,
got it. I'm at like an 8. For all intents and purposes, and again, things could change after discussion. That's why we have pre-discussion scores. For all intents and purposes, this movie should be a 10 for me. But the story is basic and it's very cliche. It's super, super, super duper cliche. And it's almost only good because I like everything happening in it. Like everything in it. Characters and nostalgia. And I'm just going to weigh in right now and say that like watching this movie, it feels like I'm watching an OG Steven Spielberg movie.
It feels like a old school 90s Hollywood blockbuster movie.
It feels like an old school, like, late 80s, early 90s.
Jerry Bruckheimer, Steven Spielberg.
It feels like a Steven, like it absolutely feels like a Steven Spielberg film through and through. And I honestly believe this movie would be no good if it wasn't for Spielberg doing it. Like his touches on what is happening in this film and the nostalgic pieces that are there, like his direction, I think everything to what this really is. Domingo said, I can't wait till this becomes a real thing. It might already be a real thing. We may talk about that a little bit, Domingo.
I think we're there.
All right. So we have our scores. Coop, you're super low. Third or fourth time seeing it. You've come down from a 10 to a 6, which is a steep drop. So again, I do find that very interesting. Let's talk a little bit about the characters. I want to get some opinions on the characters themselves. Talk about Wade Parsival Watts. Let's make this simple. I'm gonna go around the horn. Wade Watts, love him or hate him, yay or nay, Frosty? You love him?
I don't love him, but I like him.
Feels like a nay. Cool.
Yeah, your man gets the biggest nay.
Oh, damn.
My man said it sounds like a horse in here.
Right.
The biggest nay. Boo this man.
Damn.
Not feeling Slim.
Not for real.
All right. I'm gonna let you defend yourself in a moment. Sin.
Yeah.
Parsival.
I hate his name, but he's okay. I hate that name, Parsival. I hated it the whole movie.
Hey, dog, this feels wrong.
Yeah, like why isn't it Percival? Like Parsival? Like what?
Parsival.
No, it's stupid. I didn't
need explanation there.
Jokes?
The name's terrible.
I'm the same. Like I'm okay with them.
Well, why boo this man?
Because he's annoying. He's so annoying.
Is he?
It's like anytime a conversation starts, it's like, oh, well then that happened, and then he did this, and I'm like, shut up. Like let's figure it out.
Oh,
shut up.
You're a hater. Oh,
wow. You just hate him because he's Scott Summers.
I'll take the hater role. I don't care. I don't care. I was annoyed. Okay, I was annoyed by by the main character. A lot.
Got it. Okay.
So you don't know like a bunch of random facts about like Back to the Future.
Batman? Yes, absolutely. And you know what? I could be the same person. I could be him, but no.
Yeah, I feel like you're mad because you're not him. I feel like you hate him because you feel like you would have done a better job. Like real talk.
Yeah,
really
he didn't drive the DeLorean right. He didn't.
Hey, listen,
listen, that's what it is. The fact that that's what it is.
Like, bro, you're hating.
Hey,
Slim.
Coop, I will give you that one, Coop, because that dude should have started flying that DeLorean during that damn race and just cooked everybody.
Hey, look, something tell me he's tried that before.
Yeah, you forget there's like a giant monkey that comes out of it. Like,
fly around the monkey.
Yeah, okay, yeah. I'm telling you, he's tried that, and that's why he's not doing that.
Tell me you think that of all the things that people can have, they can basically pick anything they want to run that race. You think nobody thought I'll just fly through this joint? Jokes literally just made himself smarter than everybody else in that joint. Like he was like, I'm smarter than everybody in the metaverse. I would just fly to the end. Hey, dog, I'm pretty sure.
Kong would have wiped the floor with your ass.
What?
Yeah.
I'd have flew up. I'd have gone up high enough he couldn't reach me.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of which,
he got hops.
Because I was just about to say, King Kong would have beat the chains out of you, bro. I want you to know.
You hit Sonic rings.
Coming out of these people, dog.
Hey, listen, the coinage falling out of these people.
You gotta get knocked right out your jeans, bro.
What? Yeah, you starting from scratch, bro. Back of the line, joke. All right, so we've established that Coop is actually just hating. Yes. I'm not even hearing your 6 no more. I'm not even hearing your 6 no more. I won't take it. I refuse. I've never done this to anybody. I'm not taking your score. I won't.
I'm not taking my score.
Nah, a 6.
Rejected.
Bro, you're a 6. You
no,
from
okay,
a 10
no,
to
the
a
6. The 6 isn't because of the main character. It's no, like you said, the story's very cliche. And
very cliche.
It's very cliche, and it's like the nostalgia really helps so much in this movie.
So wouldn't that boost you from a 6?
I mean,
because it's like without it, like what do you really have
without nostalgia?
It's just like,
I mean, I think that's the whole point.
I just think it's
it's defeating corporate America, not letting the cash cows continue to be cash cows, giving the power back to the people.
I mean, again, that's very cliche.
I get that point.
However,
absolutely, but you can't say that there's nothing other than nostalgia. Like it's taking the 22nd century into the 21st century because that's essentially where this is gone with everyone living in AI.
I will tell you that. So, like, not that we don't have plenty of other things to discuss about this movie, but I will tell you that I think that my favorite thing about this movie is that it solidifies that I had the best childhood. Period.
Which is the argument we had last month.
We got the best, bro. We got the best stuff. Bro. They don't have Back to the Future. They don't have Transformers. They don't have Iron Giant. They don't have Ninja Turtle. Like, it's, bro. In the future, all anybody wants to do is relive the 80s and the 90s. Sin.
Yes, sir.
Bro, I can tell you right now, me and Sin would be on the Oasis. Sin would be on an Akira bike.
Facts.
That's like Busy Bone from Bone Thugs and Harmony. First of the month, blasting out the back of the joint.
What?
You know what I'm saying? Like right next to Domingo, just to make him mad. Like, bro, just like peeling, like
spin the block and come back in Dom's Charger. Don't play with me.
What, bro? You know, I'm just saying. Michelle says it was my first time watching it, and I really liked it. The Shining. I was peeking through my eyes. I give it an 8. Hey, listen. Anybody else get scared when The Shining joint happened?
Hey, listen. That joint was
I've
dope.
never seen the movie, but yeah.
Look, when the two little girls showed up, I was like, don't go, don't.
I knew the references, so I was like, ooh, what's right, gonna happen here? And it wasn't. And then like the zombie lady happened, and they were like, "There's no zombie lady."
Zombies in there.
That's what I said. I was like, hold up, this zombies in the Shining?
Nah, dog.
You sitting here like, wait, I'm about to go back and watch The Shining now. What the hell did I miss?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest. The Shining, as good of a part of that movie as it is where it kind of all falls apart for me. And I'm gonna tell you why. You gonna tell me the only black person on this crew went to the scary shit?
Nah.
Yeah, you got the point. You got a point with that one. Yeah, you got a point with that one. I wasn't.
It's something different about 2045, bro.
They were innocent little girls.
No, not talking in unison. Not talking in unison like that. Absolutely not.
Y'all know how fast I would have about faced and walked right back to y'all and told y'all 82 little girls over there talking in unison. Let's get the out of here.
Yeah.
Hey, dog,
we just got washed up in some blood.
Would have bounced behind me and hit I'm gonna pick that joint up and chuck it right back where it came from. I'm not going nowhere. You telling me they turned around and was like, where'd H go? Nuh-uh.
That was it.
Not on my squad. Not on my squad. It's not happening.
We ain't supposed to be doing this. Stay together.
Yep.
Stay together.
Listen, it's this. As a matter of fact, when I heard Parzival being like, we should split up. No, dog.
No.
You're supposed to know better than that. I know you have all the Scooby-Doo knowledge. You read everything. You know everything possible. You're supposed to know better than that, bro. It's falling apart for me now. It can't be a 10. We got to be we got to bring it down some. It's not a 6. Cool. You a hater, dog. But you know. So look. James Halliday creates the Oasis along with Ogden Morrow. I don't even like saying that. That just feels
Ogden Morrow.
Yeah, terrible naming.
But it definitely he sounds like a butler's name. He should be the curator. Ogden Morrow. They create the Oasis, have a falling out of sorts, blah, blah, blah. What I like about James Halliday as a character is how autistic he seems. Like just how socially awkward, how just brilliant. You know what I mean? Put things together, but just doesn't have the social. Again, it just reminds me of us being comfortable being in geek panels and talking to people and meeting people. He's one of our people. You know what I mean? He's somebody who I would see him and I would want so badly to have a conversation with him, to bring him in to the fold at one of our panels or something like that. And I just think that you only really have the safety to even create something that has a character like that in it if there isn't a Sheldon in the Big Bang Theory or something along those lines, right? Where you just can kind of play with that kind of an aesthetic. And I've never heard people talk about that as a thing for this movie, but it is definitely a standout thing for me. The kind of awkward that James Halliday is, and what I think is a wonderful friendship that he had with this best friend of his, that they were just doing their thing, creating what they loved. And in that space, he found that same thing that, again, we talk to people about all the time. I'm finding your group, finding people who love what you love and who are into what you're into. He had that and didn't want to let that go, kind of couldn't let that go, which is also I feel like a symptom of that same kind of mental space, right? And I definitely feel like there's more to be explored there. And I think to some extent it gets explored a little bit more in the book, but I think that the portrayal of the character is so well done. It just feels good to see for me personally. And so having this kind of insane knowledge, right, about all of these pieces of nostalgia, all of the things that they love, the intricate details of these video games, and kind of we're going to build something that is about Easter eggs, and how they're built into games. And so when he passes away, and I'm going to air quote that, when he passes away, he's amassed all this money. He has this fortune. You can't take it with you. He's created this space that, you know, is better to be in than the real world is. And he puts together this contest. Look, I put 3 Easter eggs somewhere in this vast thing that I've created that technically is infinite. And I'm leaving it to you to figure it out. And whoever figures it out gets access to, they get ownership of the Oasis, and they get my fortune, right? Which is clearly going to be life-changing for someone. And so you, in just doing that, literally change the landscape of what's happening on the planet. Over a 5-year period, people are just like all in the Oasis trying to find this thing so that they can gain a piece of that money. You know, they want that life. Pardon me. And so what he did in the game literally changed the way people were living and working outside. Businesses were created just to try to hunt the key, right? You have IOI as this outside company that wants to gain control with Sorrento, who wants to win so he can get the money and take over. But also you find out that like behind the scenes, he was like an intern, really kind of trying to, you know. And so there is this story that I think sits on top of this story about what the Oasis is and how cool it is and your ability to be whoever you want. But also like how the creation of that and what was left actually affects the actual outside world, right? And again, you have this business that's built on, look, we're just paying people to just go in here and work every day to try to find any of these keys so that we can amass this fortune, so we can take this fortune. And then you have the people who are like your main character in a Wade Watts, who are like, no, we don't clan up, we don't join the Sixers, we're in it to figure it out. And we really only, again, we're finding like-minded people who really know their stuff and know how to dig into the clues and whatever. And they built like these partnerships with people who they're friends with, but they don't even really know each other, haven't met each other. So you have this world where it's like, I'd rather escape to this place than to live in my regular everyday, which I'm sure that there are plenty of people who feel that, right? Who would rather have that. What's up, Kristen?
Hi, Kristen.
Yeah, I definitely did love the video game comparisons. I mean, just I guess it's still the nostalgia of the video game thing itself. Just like the first race of just like, you know, going backwards. I don't know how many times I played a video game and just went backwards for no reason. You know, it's like
you're a jerk.
Things like that I really.
Like you're a jerk. Like
you said what?
We're all racing. We're playing Mario Kart. You go backwards because you already know you're gonna lose.
It makes sense now.
You just trying to mess up everybody else.
No. Not just racing games. I'm talking about any game ever.
Yeah, like Grand Theft. Yeah, we go left, you go right. You know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
no.
Go up there and shoot somebody. I'm gonna go over here and shoot somebody.
Said, yeah. Wait.
No, don't do that. But it's gonna work.
Wait.
Not.
We're not gonna wait. We're not gonna bring up old.
Stop picking on Coop. All right.
We're not gonna. We're not gonna bring up some old multiplayer moments.
I think a lot of this is while it does play on the nostalgia piece, which
there he goes.
Well.
Dun 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 dun.
Damn it. Jokes. I blame you, Jokes. Get him, please.
Go ahead, blame me. I'm not, unless you're saying I'm Bruce Wayne, but
what?
Hey, Wayne Tech for the win.
Well,
got us all kicked.
it's been a long time since that happened. I'm trying not to click on anybody to bring them into the thing because then I'll click it and somebody else will click it and then they'll get.
Well, I figured Sin would click himself in.
Bring himself back in.
I was like this the whole time. I'm not.
It wasn't me. Here's what I'll tell you.
It was me.
Somebody brought up Bruce Wayne and Batman, and then Wayne Tech just came in and was like, "Get him out of here."
Shut up, Marcus.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, so like while this movie does play on the nostalgia portion a lot, it also plays on your thoughts of like the reality of where we might be headed. Right? Like the metaverse is a thing. Mm-hmm. It is a thing we know is coming. So there is some reality to that. And I think that the idea of that escapism is also very alluring. So most people, when they escape, they want to escape to the things that they love the most. And so when you add the nostalgia into the idea of being able to escape, I think it just works. Jokes. Mm-hmm. If the Oasis went live today, are you in?
I am in.
All right. Who's your avatar?
I say it's a toss-up between either a Power Ranger or maybe Gohan.
Which Gohan?
I definitely didn't see that coming.
Teen Gohan.
I knew you were gonna say Teen Gohan.
Okay. All right.
You still get son.
Frosty.
The Oasis goes live today. They make an announcement. The Oasis is a real thing. Are you jumping in?
I'm living there.
Living there. You're done with reality.
Yep.
And I'm not feeding this cat.
Just put the IVs in my arm. Just let my body get the nourishment that it needs. Because I am not coming out to eat or anything.
Liquid IV and caffeine.
Don't be like that guy.
Feed my soul. Okay. Who's your avatar? If you say Darth Maul, who's your avatar?
Lady Darth Maul.
Lady Darth Maul. I'm not mad at that.
Lady Darth Maul. All right. Sin?
It'd be a Sith.
Well, first off, I'm gonna be in the beta when it comes out. I already know that. So
all right, okay.
All right. Yeah, you want to be a beater? I know what you're trying to do.
Hey, I know what he's talking about. It's from Sword Art Online.
Y'all don't watch Sword Art Online, so it's
nah.
But it's been a long time since I did. I don't know why I can't remember what that means.
Don't try to get an explanation now. Sin, you're in the beta. The beta. Who's your avatar? Bro, if you say down and just you off the show.
He wants to be Toretto.
Just his so clan name is Family.
Family. Just so he can get us all together. He just wants to say.
No, that could be a move. You just yell out family, and then we just all show up.
No, I'm not coming, bro.
That would be fire. That would be fire, Coop.
I'm not saying y'all gonna lose.
That's his in game right there. Yep. Hey, yo. Family.
Everybody pull up in their cars. But no, avatar? I'm not doing Dominic Toretto. No. Maybe
Kevin Bacon.
No. Maybe Kazuma Kiryu from Yakuza.
Okay. I dig it. The mango said
Tough
I'm in
with headphones.
And I'm gonna be tough with headphones. I'm not mad at that.
Nice.
Cool.
That's really funny though.
Clearly you're in. Clearly you have a DeLorean. You are not Marty McFly.
He gonna be Batman. He's gonna say, I'm Batman.
Who is your avatar?
I'm Batman Beyond.
Batman He's Lego Beyond. Batman.
That sounds more right. I actually like that way better.
I'll take that. I will take that. Clown snakes. I will.
I don't want to go.
And Marcus, you just trying to finna be out here cheat.
Oh, good gosh.
Hey,
that's why it's just Avatar. Now you don't
listen.
have some abilities.
If I see Jin Woo, any character, I'm going the opposite directions. I'm not fighting him at all.
I
You
ain't
don't want
scared.
that smoke.
Scared. I'm not even. I'm gonna tell y'all right now. My avatar, it would be me. I'm not going to go be nobody else.
I feel
I'm
like
gonna
I would
be
collect
me.
avatars like we do skins in Fortnite. Just
Yeah,
collect
I mean,
them.
sure.
Yeah.
I mean, for the most part, this is
But
Fortnite.
listen,
I have like
just the
6 or
outfit.
7.
Oh,
Baldur's Gate
damn,
characters.
Domingo.
Channel
What?
5 Batman.
I'm pretty sure that means the 1966 Batman because
You straight Adam West.
Adam West. Yeah, I mean, I might have some tough outfits, but like, I'm all in. I'm all me. Sin.
Yeah.
What would your job in the Oasis be?
Job in the Oasis? That's a good one. That's a good one.
Frosty, while he's thinking, what's your job in the Oasis?
Bounty hunter.
I was gonna say hitman.
Either or.
Got it.
I got mine. Retrieval.
Cool. Retrieval
specialist. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, me and Liam Neeson on some Taken, coming to get whatever you.
Yeah.
Coop.
Yes, sir.
The owner of the Oasis has just passed away. There's a contest to find the Easter eggs. Does anybody on this screen have a shot?
Yes. I do. Clearly, it's not jokes.
You said what?
Clearly, it's not jokes.
For
Clearly,
real?
it's not jokes, but yes.
For real?
Clearly, it's not jokes.
See, this is exactly why I would be just like Kirito, and I'm a solo player. Screw you all.
Well, I kind of agree with him because
I'm
you don't know teamwork.
Fine, solo player. It is what it is.
I mean, I hear you, Joe. I do feel like if we were, I mean, you got to figure like, for all intents and purposes, at that point, the Oasis becomes a giant escape room. And the need to work together. Jokes and Coop, y'all can't be on the squad.
That's fine.
That's cool.
I'll partner with
That's
Marcus.
cool.
I'll be good.
Marcus ain't
knew
partnering with you. Marcus gonna be with me, Sin, and Frosty.
Yep.
He's not. What
I'll
makes
partner
you
with
think
Marcus.
you can just claim the guy? Like you just how you just gonna claim how you gonna claim that man?
Marcus will have some faith in me.
No, he won't.
Why would you say that?
I said some faith.
And I said,
Why would you say that?
Tell me why the audience is laughing too.
They like, yo,
Of course.
it's not.
If not, I'll be fine.
You know what?
Just- you know what? Just give me my Gundam, and I will be fine playing over there by myself. Just give me my Gundam, and I'm fine.
Joke said, I'm leaving the group, and I'm taking him with me.
He does it all the time anyway. Frosty, what is your favorite cameo in this film?
Iron Giant. Hands down.
Ooh,
I dig it.
Yes.
I dig it. Sin, favorite cameo in this movie?
Gundam.
Shut up, Domingo.
The Gundam. Dig it.
From at least what I was able to
Exactly.
catch. Because every time every time you watch, you catch somebody new. Like, oh, look at them back there. Oh, they got that person right there. Yeah. So right now, it's the Gundam. Yeah.
Okay. Jokes for you. It's the Gundam, I'm sure.
100%.
I also enjoyed the Halo guys, like the team of Halo.
Oh, the whole Spartans.
Wow,
going.
Kinda dope.
That was
Cool.
dope.
Other
Come on, man,
than
DeLorean. Other
other
than
than
the
the
DeLorean.
DeLorean,
Oh, well, yeah, it's Iron Giant then, easily.
it's Iron Giant.
Yeah.
Mecha
Bobby said
Godzilla.
Mega Godzilla.
Final boss.
I think that's a. I
No.
think more people might pick that if he hadn't technically been like
He
the bad
was.
guy at the end of it. You know what I'm saying?
Not my final.
I could see that might have been a little bit different.
Mm.
Did anybody have cameos they did not like in this movie?
No, I didn't have one that I just didn't like. I mean, I was just happy that people's favorite things were just being thrown in there. What did you see that you didn't like? I saw you raising your hand like you saw something.
Hey, bruh. I hate every bit of the fact that the version of the Ninja Turtles in this movie
Was the Nickelodeon?
No,
it's not even it's
Bay.
that
The Michael
the
Bay.
Michael
Bay.
Bay. Well, that's what I
Bay.
meant. Michael Bay jump. Yeah.
Come on, bro.
I get what you're at. Like I was happy that the turtles were in there, but I was like, okay,
I was.
the Bay ones, yeah.
Who picked this? Who picked this? Like
Spielberg.
we
Signed
going
off on it.
we going all the way back to Atari, and we just gonna skip over the good turtles. Like we just gonna skip. We gonna skip all of that. Like we just not even gonna. I couldn't get with it. I will say that my favorite cameo was probably He-Man. He-Man just, you know.
Did I miss
Oh,
Yeah.
oh, you missed He-Man.
He-Man's
He's definitely
in
up
it.
in there. He's definitely
next
up
time
in
I sit
there.
down and watch it, I'll be looking for He-Man. Okay.
It's a lot of look. I think there are a lot of really cool things that they do. I want to talk about some favorite moments. I'm going to start with one of my favorite moments. Once Parsifal, I hate saying it. Once Parsifal has the first key and becomes like the most famous person in the Oasis,
I think
everywhere
I
my
know what
man
you're gonna say.
goes, he's just like a superstar. And Goro
Yes.
grabs my man, yanks him into the people under the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
Like you need a disguise, and literally puts on the Clark Kent glasses. Bro, it is so OG Superman. It's like it's perfectly stupid. It's perfectly stupid because we all know Superman has the worst disguise. We know it. Like it just is. It's the worst disguise. But it works. And I like it. It worked for me. Jokes. Other than Gundam showing up, dog.
I know. I was gonna. Yes, but otherwise Gundam.
A favorite moment from this movie.
Honestly, it's actually something super simple. When the movie first comes on and we kind of get as Parsifal is talking and narrating, like getting to actually see the Oasis, getting to see the world. Obviously we don't go entirely into the whole entire thing, but kind of seeing, the different areas, the different games, different things that you can do within the world. I really enjoyed that as much as I wish we could have dove deeper into that aspect for the movie. But I just loved how they tried to at least show you and give you just that overall brief synopsis to see, hey, you can be anybody, you can participate and do these different things. There's areas in here that you got to be like 21 older to go into. Like you don't want to go in there or whatever, but just getting able to see glimpses of the whole entire Oasis out there.
Sin.
I mean, overall, I would have said just the nostalgic pieces of it, like sitting there trying to watch and find, just trying to catch as much of it as possible. That's part of it. But as far as like an actual like scene or something in the movie, is when they kind of all see their real selves for the first time towards the end. Like that was pretty cool. Everybody looking at the show like, you're show that what? Because I'm 11. Like I can't game.
Hey, listen.
Like, and everybody's like, so that was pretty cool. I mean, I enjoyed
that's
seeing that
11-year-old.
real self. Yeah, that was fun.
Frosty.
IROC. He had like one of my favorite quotes. Like, just he's so dumb. Like, I had to look it up because I couldn't remember it, but it ends with like, whereas my plan, which was cool because I rock, actually worked. Like, this man is so up in his
He was funnier than
at his
expected.
best, bro.
Yeah.
At his best. Cool. You got a favorite part that isn't the DeLorean driving forward or backwards, bro?
Damn. Okay, no. It's actually a small part towards the end when I was about to call this being pervious. With when him and I can't even think of his
You made
name
that
now.
up. Like, that's not even a thing.
I did. I was trying not to say it. So he was fighting Sorrento towards the end. They had like a small little fight scene, and it just made me think. I was like, I didn't even think about like the skills that you need, like the fighting skills. Because your man just put out a Hadouken out of nowhere. Like
What?
Hadouken.
Hadouken.
That is not what it sounded like he said.
Oh, that's what I heard.
I know what I said.
What I heard.
Hey, yeah. Jokes. Fix your headphones.
It was the Hadouken moment for you.
It was the Hadouken moment because it was more like oh, you could do that, like just walking around with one of those, just in case.
In the pocket.
I feel like this movie again does a really good job of pulling from nostalgia and kind of crossing like again 80s, 90s, some of like early 2000s, and just kind of filling in the gaps for some of like there is something, if you're from any of those eras at all, like there's something in here for you. Whether it's like Easter eggs that are in the background, movie posters that exist, the game consoles they talk about, the games or the stuff that they're playing, the arcade nostalgia, the music that's playing in the background, like opening with like Jump is just kind of crazy. Again, it's just very felt real Spielberg. Again, everything about this movie is like super cliche. It's like if you've seen any of the movies from the late 80s, early 90s, especially if it's like a Spielberg film, if you've seen Goonies, if you've seen Back to the Future, if you've seen, like, it all has like that kind of feeling. So it's not just what's in the movie as what's happening in the movie, but it's also the way the movie feels, the way that it's shot, the way that it's edited, the way that the music kicks in, like all of those things also are a really great callback to those same things. And the way that they kind of build a world that is supposed to be our world, but is very different from the world we actually currently live in, and then build this additional world that is this space that people can just go to and enjoy and live in. But even most of that is like recreations of things that are from stuff we played or movies we've seen or shows we watched, whatever those things are. I found myself really listening to the clues and trying to be like, all right, what are they going for? Like being like, I know some of this stuff. I could probably figure some of, what I mean? Figure some of this stuff out. They had the library of all memories in this joint to help them. But, it wasn't like, at no point while I was watching this movie was I ever bored. I enjoyed every minute of it. Like it just kind of, it starts and it's just a ride. It's just a fun ride that just kind of keeps going and never really lets up, even when it gets kind of cliche. And there are really good kind of moral lessons that are in there that also remind me of what those movies were like. Again, being who you are, being comfortable in yourself, boy gets the girl, doesn't matter that I didn't know you, like all those kinds of things. And if you all feel some of those same things watching the movie.
Yeah.
I never think about that kind of thing. Like I'm
Mm.
usually just in it to watch the movie. If it's like really, really offensively that way, then I
If it's
might be
overt,
like, man, this is dumb.
right?
But for this one, I think it flows so well that it never really stood out for me.
Agreed.
Yeah, I mean, look, I'm very much like, how many times have you watched a movie where everything's going fine, they're gonna figure out where the hideout is, and then when they get in, come on, we gotta go, I found a secret way to get out, and then one of them doesn't go. You go, I'm gonna hold them off, or I'm gonna stay, whatever. Like, it's so cliche, it's super, like, what it's gonna be. So it's like, all right, well, clearly they're gonna have to go back and get her, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not gonna, like, those things, like, they happen, they're gonna happen, they're very cliche. You're watching it to see how it unfolds with this particular skin on that story, right? You kind of have to look at it like, yep, this movie, the grand scheme of what's happening in this movie is an Avatar with a new skin on it. It's the same kind of story you've heard many times before. You've seen it, you see how it works, you know what's going to happen. It's just kind of, how is it going to happen? How's it going to play out? Why are we ghosts dancing with no floor? To, you know what I mean? Like, it's just kind of, there's some moments I feel like they skip over that are probably fine, better off that way. But as a whole, I think that this film delivers on all the things I think it sets out to deliver on. Right?
I can agree.
I mean,
I can agree with that. Yeah. What did I say? Whatever they do to it visually, like, it still looks good, even though it's heavy CG animated. Like, that's the one thing I didn't notice about. Like, this thing still looks really like brand spanking new good. Like, ever since 2018 when it came out. Like, okay,
it gives them like, I feel like they get a little extra leeway because so much of the film takes place in a place that's not supposed to be real.
Yeah.
So it's like, even if it didn't quite look as good as you might want it to look, or things that that they could do, like, you're it's forgiving because it's like, well, it's not a real place, and it's kind of like they're playing on the idea that it's not supposed to be a real place. We're fighting at, like, the castle from Voltron, like, what, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's not really supposed to be that.
Oh God.
Yeah, all right.
No, I'm putting up.
Ooh. All right. Let me see how many times I can get you in here, buddy. Let's see what we can do. How cliche can we get today? Stan?
Yeah.
What is this movie missing? What does it not have that you feel like you would have liked to have seen in it?
Honestly, nothing. I don't think nothing. Yeah, I think it's good just the way it is. Had, like I said, a plethora of pop culture stuff in there for you to keep finding stuff years and years down the line. So I know they're supposedly working on a sequel. I mean, okay, like, we can see where it goes when the trailer comes out. But for right now, I'm fine with this. I don't think anything needs to be added or nothing. Like, it was good to me the way it was.
Jokes, what's missing?
I think, honestly, I think everything's just solid for the most part. Like, I would like to see a little bit more of the world, probably both in the Oasis and outside in the real world. Kind of what you were talking about from the book, like seeing what really happened and knowing things about the real world. And what I know this is sounding very Matrix like right now, but just knowing why everybody is shifting their gears to, obviously it's digital, it's reality, it's not their reality now, I guess would be the way to say it.
Yeah.
But other than that, I think everything else is solid.
Frosty, other than more Star Wars, is there anything that you feel like you would have liked to have seen in this film, from this film, in any way? even though it's already a 10 for you.
Harry Potter.
They talked about it.
They talked about
it. They did bring it up. Okay.
But I was amazed that like Hogwarts wasn't a space. I want to go.
100%. But too new. It's too new. It should have been too new. However, they put
the book was written in 2011.
Yeah, but I mean, like almost everything they're pulling from, almost everything you get is stuff that's older.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like
Halo and all that.
Yeah.
Halo's been around for a minute.
Yeah.
Xbox. Cool. You're a hater. You hated this joint. You gave it the lowest score. What does it need?
Kind of to piggyback on what Joke said a little bit. Like in the beginning, he explains all these worlds. You know, this does this, though. This place you could do this, and do that, and that. And I understand this is kind of like the introduction, but I would have definitely like to see more of the worlds that they somewhat introduced in the beginning, or you know, if you know, I obviously this is bigger than the places that we only saw.
I had to look this up. Halo released in November 15th, 2001. Harry Potter released November 16th, 2001.
Right. I mean, I'm just Halo's like I think the only
Harry Potter.
Harry Potter.
Maybe because it's more of a video game thing.
I mean, you're talking about the movies because the books were older than that.
Older than that.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, can't use that older excuse. They're literally the same age.
I mean,
sorry.
Right.
Harry Potter breaking news.
Right?
Sorry to interrupt you, but
I mean, the books are definitely older anyway. But I don't have them pulling much from the books. I guess
but no, just more worlds.
More of the world.
You know, and more worlds to discover discover and explore. You know, and maybe you know, like Sin said, if there's a sequel, they could do that in the sequel. You know, just explore more of the of everything.
I dig it. Ready Player 2 is a real thing. Whether or not the movie turns out to be
different story.
Still in development.
Yeah. We'll
As
see.
Of March 15th.
You know, I'll be honest, I don't have a lot of faith in that. But I mean the book book did well. So I can see. I do think that there's I do think that you guys are right that maybe it's you know, seeing more of what the world has to offer. I mean, again, technically you can create whatever you want.
Mm-hmm.
I think probably the best thing about what they did with it was also try to like leave you at the end of the movie with the message of like go touch grass, because only reality is real. So like we shut the Oasis down on Tuesdays and Thursdays or whatever. Like, take a break, go breathe some oxygen, plant a tree, kiss somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like plant lips somewhere, or something along those lines. Like I think that's, you know, that's kind of cool. I'd maybe like to see what happened to Sorrento. And I keep wanting to call her Ghost. Finale?
I know.
Didn't really like that too much. But yeah, I want to leave y'all with this.
Okay.
I know that we went around and picked our favorite characters, talked about who we like, you know, whatever. We didn't really talk about the people who portrayed the people in the movie. I'll be honest, for the most part, I don't even really feel like that's that important to this film. most of the time when we have a discussion like this, we talk about the actors and how the actors portray the roles of the people they're playing and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And for whatever reason, this film doesn't quite feel like it needs to do that, which maybe is a really good thing that they just are those people to. But like, I also don't really care much about any of the actors or actresses that are in this movie, mostly. However,
do you think that will take away? I'm sorry. Do you think that
Go
will
ahead.
take away from the nostalgia? If it was a bigger actor, if they had big name actors and they try to show you all this stuff in the movie, do you think that would take away from the movie?
maybe. I mean, there's a part of me that feels like if they go really big name and that's a person who like you remember from being in one of those films, or like you couldn't put a Tom Cruise in this because then you're just like, well, Top Gun, and you know what I mean? Like you kind of can't because those people are real people in this reality. It's a future where you almost can't do that. You kind of need to have people that don't have that kind of legacy behind them.
Yeah.
So yes, I think that would harm it. Sin.
Yeah.
Artemis was your character.
Yes.
What do you know about Olivia Cook?
Nothing.
So I'm gonna leave y'all. We're gonna do this one favor. I just want y'all to look up Olivia Cook, Savage Fenty, and I'm gonna leave that. I'm gonna leave that for
Not Savage Vinci.
I'm gonna just let's go ahead.
Sounds like for science.
She in the new Game of Thrones show.
Yes, she was.
Oh,
and she was in a
that's
show
her.
called Betty the
Yeah,
Third.
yeah. We're gonna try to kill her next season. Let's go.
Exactly.
Now I recognize it. Something was like I know her from somewhere, but I can't think of her. Okay. Woo! House of Dragons. Let's go.
Yeah. All right. Look, cool. I'm gonna give you a chance to resubmit your score.
All right. I think I got it.
After the discussion, you were at a 6. Where are you now?
7.
All right.
At least he came up.
I mean, listen.
He's still gonna
Once
be
you
hated.
make him admit he's just hating, he kind of don't have a choice but to come up. You know what I mean? Like, you know that's what it is. My man started this movie and was like, I ain't gonna let this bum drive the Lord. Like, not even
Anybody clear that with me?
Well, yeah, like don't get me talking trash about your whip, because you really do, like need to open your door and look behind you to drive that joint backwards. But that's just
it's the best. It's the greatest car movie of all time. I stand on that.
Uh-oh, Sam.
I know. I immediately was looking at
Continue, jokes.
Jokes, what's your score?
I'm at an 8.
Cool. Sam, what's your score?
I'm at A5.
Still at a 10, Frosty?
Absolutely.
I didn't say
Cool.
11.
I'm still at an 8. Cool. How was timeout, sir?
Family.
I don't care about what Fast and Furious. I don't care about any Transformer.
Yeah. So look,
Didn't learn his lesson.
I want
No,
y'all
we
to
didn't.
know it's been really real having this conversation with y'all. I appreciate you all tuning in, hanging out with us. I hope that if you watched the movie, you enjoyed yourself. If you didn't enjoy yourself, you know, maybe we'll make it up to you on the next go round. Frosty, it feels like you made a decision about what the next movie of the month is going to be. You want to tell us?
Absolutely. We are celebrating the 25th year of The Phantom Menace. So Star Wars Episode 1 with my boy.
Good old Darth Sliced in Half Maul. Let's get it popping. All right. Phantom Menace. Movie of the month for May. 25 years of Phantom Menace. Joe, you got anything you want to say to the people?
Think I'm good.
All right, Sin.
I'm good.
Frosty.
Y'all are awesome.
Awesome.
Back from timeout.
My apologies.
Anything else you wanna say?
There we go. Now, all right, got it. I want to thank y'all for tuning in. Tomorrow night we're doing our regular show, Loading Snacks Weekly, 8:30. We'll have special guest Jonah Loeb, who is creating his own book called Quiet Level 1. But he is also the creature designer on Skyrim and Fallout. If you've been watching Fallout, you don't want to miss this. He's a really cool dude. If you check out his Instagram, he's been posting a lot about like what it was like to design a lot of the creatures and stuff that are in the show, in the game, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we're gonna have him on tomorrow night, so definitely tune in for that. Outside of that, again, I appreciate y'all tuning in. We'll let you know when we're gonna do discussion for Phantom Menace later on. We got a busy month coming up. So for myself, for Jokes, for Frosty, for Sin, for Domingo out there having cliche shots, and for good old hater Coop. This has been the Lotus Ass Movie Club discussion on Ready Player One. We are out. Toodles and loose. Push a button. Loading snacks.
It's funny. It just popped up.
Okay, let's try it again.